fired. Welcome back to Disc and Ball's Golf Channel, where today we're looking at Lone Star's most overstable disc, the Tombstone. Now the Tombstone is supposed to be 13404. Like, you can look at my old video about flight numbers to check it out. So it is supposed to be crazy overstable, not want to turn over, and want to fade really hard at the end. Right hand backhand going left, right hand forehand going right, etc. So we have three different types. We got the Bravo plastic. Bravo is typically Lone Star's most beefy plastic. It's usually just an overstable monster. We also have some Glow plastic, good for this time of year when the sun sets at 5 p.m. And we also have some Alpha, which stiffer than the Bravo. I personally like the feel of the Bravo more. It's a little flexy, a little more flexy, whereas the Alpha is very stiff. We'll see how that plays with the more overstable disc. Understable disc, like, I mean, for example, the Curl or the Mockingbird, it seems like Bravo is significantly better as far as stability, and it seems like Alpha wants to turn over more. The Dillo video I did, classic example. And one thing that Lone Star hasn't done well is had a ridiculously overstable disc. They do have the Bowie, which is kind of like the Nuke or Boss archetype, but the ones I've thrown haven't been particularly impressive as far as my forehand headwind tests. Like, if it's dumping over, like, Lone Star has needed something that I could forehand with full power and not dump over. So I'm hoping the Tombstone will do that, because, you know, the Warbird, as fun as it is, the Bowie, like, I need, you know, a beefy disc. As our control in this test, I've got my Stiletto, my Opto Stiletto. This thing I've had for a while, probably winter 2020. The problem is, it's starting to beat in. Played a tournament this weekend where forehand in the wind, it was actually turning all the way over. Even backhand, it was going from hyzered and it's flipping to flat and maybe getting a little bit on the other side, which, yeah, the Stiletto is not in my bag to fill that role where it's turning over. It's supposed to be a straight flyer. Like, even if it does flip up, I don't want it getting past, you know, parallel. And so if it gets over, it's starting to get in that danger zone where it might move down another slot of stability in the bag. I do like the disc, but if it's understable, it's going to shift a little bit. So we're going to give it a go and see what we think of the Tombstone. What I'll do is I'll forehand downwind. If they're flipping, you know, downwind, that's terrible. Like, probably disqualifying, because that means they're really dumping over in a headwind. But so just casual. They're gonna be full power. I'm gonna try and release them flat. See if any of them go left at all. Glow. Yeah, never even thought about flipping up. That Glow might make it out to a Lamar Mini. That's the Glow Minis this time of year. The Bowie. A little slower disc, slightly less stable. Oh, it held a little straighter. I threw it lower, but okay. The Stiletto. Okay. A little bit straighter before it rode out. Definitely rode straighter than the Glow. So, Glow is definitely fighting the hell out quickly. Go with the Alpha. Oh, fighting out so fast. I like it. And now the Bravo. Okay, a little more glide from the Bravo. That's pretty surprising, because like I said, usually the Bravo has less glide and more fade than the Alpha. I wonder if it's something about the disc, but let's go check it backhand into a headwind. Okay, so I've got the catch cam set up down there. Probably 300-ish feet, maybe 315. Come here, I didn't bring my rangefinder. We're gonna be throwing it flat, just a little bit right of it. If it finishes on the catch cam, if it's finishing left, probably fired. Or if it finishes left, that's the goal. So let's start. You know what, this guy seemed the beefiest. The Glow. Oh yeah, not going anywhere. What the fuck is on the fucking... Yeah, I never even hinted at standing up, so good news. Same thing. I'm kind of not planting super cleanly. Let's try stiletto. So both of the tombstones are solid. That one was the alpha. I kind of yanked that one. It did flip up and ride. It did finish left, but you can tell distance-wise it got up to mischief. That was a bad toss, but the stiletto is less stable than either of the tombstones. Finally, Bravo tombstone. Let's try and plant better and throw better. That was ranked. I mean, I missed my target way to the right, but it came back. Never thought of standing up, so. And now the Bowie. Let's see what this guy gets up to. Oh, that was so bad. It's beefy enough. Backhand. Kind of gross throws. Okay, so now we're gonna forehand these into a headwind. Personally, the wind's not as much as it is, but it's also colder. I don't know. There's been so much discussion, but I think cold air makes the disc less stable. I don't know if the cold air means the air is more dense, and therefore more willing to flip, but this weekend we had some nasty winds. It's pretty common in Corpus, but some of my discs that never turn over, forehand or backhand, where I had a destroyer turn over backhand, and I think cold is a factor. So we're gonna try throwing left of the catch cam. Right there. Throw left of it, see if it finishes right. If it turns over, probably not the right disc. So go with the Bowie first. Okay, that was a little bit annied, but good glide, fought out over the catch cam. That's intriguing. The Bowie did come out pretty good, but again, in heavy wind, it's probably done. It's probably game over for that guy. Stiletto. Oh, it rode really flat, and it was crazy nose up. And yeah, so that's the issue I've been having with that stiletto. The alpha, I'm very intrigued. This has been more stable than it appears. Try and get it nose down, try and get the angle right. Yeah, didn't even hint about flipping out. Beautiful, beautiful. Like that could potentially be on par with like a Nuke OS. That could 100% find its way into my bag as a very overstable disc. So here's the Bravo. Oh, Bravo, you're fired. Okay. Bravo's not gonna make the cut for sure. Glow should be fine though. Man, I threw that Bravo good, or threw it very well, and maybe a touch of annie, but it just held and never came back. So that's not what we're looking for in this archetype of disc. Trying the Glow. Hopefully it doesn't get up the same mischief. No, pretty beef. Maybe a touch more glide than the Alpha, but still solid. So yeah, to me, the fact that it would even be comparable to a Nuke OS is super impressive. And Lone Star has needed a disc like this in their lineup for a long time. I think they finally accomplished it with the Tombstone. I imagine Nico will be flexing these guys a lot for his big, long, like forced flex lines. I don't think there's anything else in the lineup currently that would give him that same option as far as extreme overstability. I mean, compared to the Nico LaCastro tournament adder, like pretty close. I'd say the adder might be a touch more stable. And again, it would depend on the plastic. Bravo plastic, at least my Bravo plastic, probably wouldn't do the trick. So yeah, good disc. As far as overstability, it is top tier. So as always, thank you for watching, and hopefully I see you on the course.